So the last thing I'm going to show you is how you access the LearnSmart. When you're ready, you can just click on the LearnSmart folder. It'll show you the list that we have coming up, and you can click on whichever one you want to work on. And when you click on a LearnSmart, it will take you directly to the LearnSmart activity. And basically, LearnSmart is kind of like flashcards. It goes through a series of questions and it gives you answers. You might have to type the answer. It also has a metacognitive aspect where it asks you to say how confident you are about what you know. One thing I want you to notice is that some students use the LearnSmart just as a quick way to get to the chapter, because when you take it, it'll start with the activity, but you can always just click down here on read or press Shift R and it'll take you to the chapter that you're on, and you can navigate with what you want to work on. One thing I want you to also notice is that since I've worked on some of these LearnSmarts, the things that were once in yellow are now appearing green if McGraw-Hill believes that I know what I'm doing. So we hope that that happens. And again, as with just the plain ebook, you can always turn the highlights off by pressing Shift H or turning off highlights. But to go back to the question, it'll have a question, you select what you want, and then you say how confident you are in the answer. As you move through these, down here at the bottom, how many items you have left will hopefully shrink as you've demonstrated that you understand what's going on. Another thing that I want you to know about LearnSmart is that you can see your own progress. So you can go to your reports and you can see how much of all of the book you have worked on. You can also see how much time it thinks you will need to work on it. You can see the questions that you've missed, so you can pop those down, and that's going to be a useful thing for when you're studying. You can see the most challenging learning outcomes. They'll probably be related to those questions that you've missed. And you can see perhaps what pages you might need to go back to and just go straight to that point in the text. And the other thing it'll show you is how accurate you are in your assessment. So I'm fairly accurate in knowing what I do know. There were a couple times though where in order to show you, I selected things that were wrong and I said, oh, I'm sure I know it. And these are the things that if you find that this number is getting really high, you need to do a lot more studying to catch yourself up. So when you're done with the assignment, you can click and select leave assignment. And the other thing I want you to see is you can always go back to Blackboard at any point, and it'll take you back to our course. Hope that's helpful.